What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new MODPACK playthrough. We're going to be playing Project Ozone 2 Reloaded in Kappa Mode. So this MODPACK has 3 different levels of difficulty. You have the normal mode, Titan mode, Kappa mode. Kappa mode takes things to an extreme level, especially towards endgame, and that's the mode that we're going to be playing. It's the most difficult one, and yeah, I'm super excited to do this. Now, I've already played through this MODPACK once before. I've done it on Twitch TV for live streams, and I had a lot of people say, hey, Hypno, I can't watch your live streams. How about you do a series of this for YouTube as well? So that's what we're doing. So yeah, I want you guys to be able to see how awesome this MODPACK really is and how trolly it can be as well. I really enjoyed playing through this. So we're going to be playing on a local server. Yep, local server hosted on my own computer here. So we're just going to be connecting a local host. Now, the reason why I do this is because, one, it makes the client perform a little bit better. Yep, and also because towards end game, we're going to be needing to leave things chunk loaded and running all the time when I'm not doing stuff. And yeah, I can't have another Minecraft client just running all the time like in a single player world. So that'll just make it easier for me to do the things that I need to do. So we're playing in a Botania Garden of Glass world. So what that means is we get the cool sky. Yeah, like planets and rainbows and stars and all things like that all the time. And it also gives us this little mana flash right here, which I believe you can trade a sapling to get another Lexica Botania, should you need one, should you lose it or whatever. Also, it provides light, so you don't have to light up your little starting area here, which is pretty cool. So yeah, it looks like we are just in a void world. Looks like deep ocean biome underneath the mini map there. Yeah, so we start on a 3x3 patch of grass. It's a few blocks deep. Got some roots down there. I can't remember what those are used for. It's some reason. And then there is a little bit of water. I think that's all that's interesting about this island. I do believe there is a piece of bedrock directly below the center, all the way down at the very bottom of the island. But yeah, we don't really need to worry about that just yet. So, first thing we need to do in this MODPACK, since we're going to be playing on Kappa mode, is do /ftb_mode set Kappa, lowercase k. There we go. So things are happening. It's kind of like lagging the client a little bit. I see things in the console doing stuff. There we go. Okay, so that's going to change recipes around just a little bit. One of the first things we're going to notice here in Kappa mode is when I go into, say, looking for a furnace. It's going to take this a second. There it goes. When I look for a furnace and we do this, yeah, you can see it takes compressed cobblestone, 8 compressed cobblestone, 9 cobblestone each to make a furnace. So it's not the same as a regular playthrough. So in order to get cobblestone in this MODPACK, you can hold shift and right click. Yeah, you start making these little pebbles. It's like you're pounding the ground and they come out. I don't know, whatever. It's just the way this particular world type works. So we get these pebbles. If you put those in your 2x2 crafting grid, like so, it does turn into cobblestone. So that's what we're going to end up doing. Now, I'll fill up my inventory like this. So those pieces of cobble, or I guess these pebbles, when you pick them up and they go into your hand, like it stops you from right clicking or whatever. So if you put them like that in your inventory, you can keep clicking and picking them up all you want, and it doesn't interrupt you, so you can make sure you collect a lot of this. Now, as you guys can see, to get a furnace going, we are gonna need a lot of cobblestone. So that means there's a lot of shift right clicking that I need to do in order to get this done. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this for a minute. I'll get my inventory decently full of these pebbles, and we'll come back, take a look at crafting the first things and maybe growing a tree or something like that. But anyway, give me a minute and we'll BRB. Alright guys, well, I've been shift right clicking the ground for a while now. This is the amount of stuff that we've collected. So you can middle mouse click in your inventory and that'll sort everything together for you. I believe that's inventory tweaks that adds that, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, we're gonna craft these into the 2x2 grid. So you can press W and then click, which will move an item from this inventory to this inventory. Just so you can see this, if a W click here, it'll move down to the hotbar, back up here again. Alternatively, you can do S and click. So S moves things the opposite direction. So if I have something here and I want on my hotbar, I can press S and it goes down here, or in my crafting grid, S, click, and there it is. So that's pretty awesome. So you'll see me do this a lot for moving items around. It's very useful for doing things quickly. Okay, so we got these 2 stacks of cobblestone, and then we got 12 additional pieces remaining, which is awesome. So what I want to do first thing is, oh, Getting the quest complete here. Yeah, this mod pack has the better questing mod, not the HQM mod. So it is slightly different. When you complete quests, it will let you know that you've completed them. There are some downfalls to using the better questing quest system as opposed to the hardcore questing. It does not retroactively remember that you've completed quests. So in the HQM book, if you complete a quest that was not unlocked, when you get to the point you unlock it, it's already complete. Not the case with this questing system. So also when you start, you get this quest book in your inventory. Goodbye, don't need it. If you go into your options here and you go to controls, there is an open quest section here under the better questing, and you can assign a key to that. By default, it's assigned to grave key, but vein mining is also assigned to grave key as well. So I have moved better questing to X. So all I gotta do is press X and it brings up the quest book, or I guess the quest thing. Anyway, you can click on quests here and then it'll show you pretty much everything you need to know to get your quest going. So you can see we have alpha unlocked. You can see there's all these different quest lines down here. So if we click on alpha, you'll see the quests section over here. You can see this one's blue because we have completed it. These are red because they are available to be completed. Now, if I were to do whatever this one is, like I said, and it's not available to be completed, it won't count. So I have to do this one first before this one is available to be completed, and anything that the quest requires will be counted. So if I craft something or whatever, it's not going to count unless this one's red. Okay? So first one we get here, it says a gift from the Titan Council to you. It's giving us, well, it's just a retrieval task of a diamond, which we complete just by spawning into the world. It's going to give us 1 florb of water, so that's a throwable water source. Very useful for later. A chance cube, and then we have a choice of 3 different loot chests. So I'm going to just choose the bottom one. It doesn't really matter. I don't know if there is any difference between them. There might be. I usually just choose a random one, to be completely honest. Okay, so we got that done. So this quest says begin again, and this says begin again by collecting wood. Crooks can be used for silkworms and collecting a bit more saplings than normal. So what we want to do is grow our first tree and get ourselves a crook, probably a crafting table, things like that. Okay, so first tree, where's our mana flash? We want to grow it in the opposite corner so we don't interrupt this thing, or that prevents the tree from growing. So we do have, I can't remember what the mod is called, but anyway, you can twerk to get the tree to grow. Like I said, grave key is vein mine, so you press and hold that, and then you break a block. It should destroy all the logs. They should go towards you, so you should collect them automatically, but sometimes it doesn't happen. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and do that with a couple of these trees. Okay, just another normal one. We'll go ahead and mine this one. Now the sun is going down. I don't want to make this platform too big until we have torches, right? Otherwise, yeah, we could get mobs spawning. This mod pack does have blood moon in it. If there is a blood moon, which happens quite frequently in this mod pack, monsters can spawn in unlit areas, even if it's open to the sky, and even if you're standing close, like within 5 blocks of you. So if I was over here doing something, a creeper could spawn like right there and get me. So yeah, you gotta be very careful about that in this mod pack. When you press F7, see the yellow X's. So yeah, any of those are pretty bad right now. I'll put a torch here. That should fix it. Perfect. Okay, so we need to get started in this mod pack. Pretty much the first thing we need to do is make a crafting table. Now you'll notice a log turns into 1 plank, not 4. Yeah, so we need to use 4 logs to make a crafting table. There it is. Okay, so there we got our achievement benchmarking. Nice, we can set this down somewhere, I guess. Right there is fine, doesn't really matter to be honest. Okay, so we got that set down. Now I want us to make a crook to get silkworms and things like that. Let's take a look back here. So this wants us to have 16 logs. It wants to have 5 saplings and then 6 oak barrels. Okay, so that's gonna give us a flux infused crook and a chance cube as a reward, and then we can choose a loot chest. I'm not going to open those loot chests just yet until we get a little bit of storage going on. Yeah, it's just going to fill up our inventory, and inventory's tight until we can have storage, so I'm not going to do that. So what I need to do now is just continue doing what we've been doing. Continue to vein mine these trees, chop them down, collect logs, make those barrels, etc., etc., etc. You guys get the idea, right? So I'm gonna go for this and just keep growing a decent amount of these things. Hopefully I don't run out of hunger anytime soon, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, well I've been growing and chopping down trees for a while now. We ended up getting ourselves a 2.5 stacks of oak wood. I took some of the cobblestone we had, turned it into the compressed cobblestone, and made a furnace. So now we have a furnace, we can start turning some of this wood into charcoal, which is going to be awesome. So let's see, I think it is 2 planks with 3 logs. I can never remember this ratio. But anyway, that will give us 3 pieces of charcoal. Then I can start smelting down some more of this wood into more charcoal, and then we can start worrying about expanding out and lighting up the place. Yeah, it looks like our first night is almost about over, which is awesome. So yeah, more torches is a thing that I am very interested in doing. By the way, if you guys didn't notice, yeah, 1 log, 1 plank, 2 planks, 2 sticks, so 1 log, 1 stick. Yeah, Kappa mode. Get used to it. Okay, so there we go. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a couple more sticks here. Some more. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna take one of this charcoal actually, and 8 logs, isn't it? There we go. That'll smelt down a little bit better, and then we can make a few more torches here. What I need to do, I could use wood, but I'm not gonna use wood. What I need to do is expand out our base a little bit more, so I'm gonna sit here and collect a little bit more cobblestone. I think we're good on wood situation for a minute. I definitely want to make a bunch of chests, so we're gonna need a lot of wood for that. So we need to expand out, we need more wood. I'm gonna keep going and doing like we've been doing. We'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, well our first blood moon is rising. This is the, what is it, second night? Yeah, or is it third night? I'm not sure how that works. It says day 1 in the upper corner there, and it's nighttime, so I've just been continuing to chop down trees, and I collected a little bit more cobblestone. You can see we got a lot of saplings now, stack in half. These are gonna be useful because we can compost those for dirt a little bit later. So I got enough for a stack plus 11 cobblestone, and you can see I built out the platform a little bit more. Our hunger, we've used that much from the start. I have not eaten any apples or anything like that so far. I was kind of waiting for this furnace to finish up what it's doing because I would like to smelt down 3 pieces of cobblestone to make myself a juicer. Now normally apples are decent. They give you, what is that, 2 hunger haunches plus 1.5 saturation. That's not bad. I just smelted down a stack of charcoal, or a stack of logs, by the way. Yeah, the apples themselves aren't bad, but we can turn those into a juicer and they will work much better. So if you craft charcoal in your crafting grid like I just did, you get mini charcoal. These will be enough to smelt 1 item each. So instead of wasting an entire charcoal or coal, which will smelt up to 8 blocks, since I only want to smelt 3 things, it'd be kind of a waste, right? So yeah, we'll go ahead and make the mini charcoal. It'll smelt 1-to-1 for each one of these different items, and it's just a little bit more efficient, I think. But yeah, the juicer, you can see right here, it is a reward that we get, but I don't want to wait for the reward. I just want to go ahead and cook this up right now. It's not that difficult to make, pretty easy. So there we go. There's our 3 stone. We can go ahead and turn that into a pressure plate and that into the juicer one way or the other. There it is. And then we can juice our apples and get a better food source. Let's just make one for right now. So if I hold this in my hand, yeah, you can see all the saturation that gives, and it gives, was that 2.5 hunger haunches? It's so much better food. So yeah, we can just make all of our apples into that if we want to, but probably the first thing we should do is take 1 oak sapling and 1 apple sapling and make it, or I'm sorry, 1 apple and an oak sapling to make an apple sapling, and that way we can always get apples whenever we want. So you guys can see this. If I were to plant this and then grow the tree, oh, you know what? I don't think this is affected. I think you have to bone meal it. Okay, anyway, it grows a little tree with apples that will ripen over time. You can right click those and harvest the apples, and it's just like free food. So we'll probably set up a spot for that a little bit later. For right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and juice that many apples. So we'll have that much more food. Yep, and we won't have to worry about our hunger while we vein mine and do the things that we need to do. It's so much better than just eating the apples directly. So let's go to the quest book real quick and see what this says that it wants us to do. So it says consume no, it is a retrieval task. It wants us to get 16 logs, which we have done. It wants us to get 5 saplings, which we've done. And then wants us to create 6 oak barrels, which we have not done. So let's look at the oak barrel. Oak barrel. This is 6 planks and then a slab. So we need 6 slabs and a bunch of planks in order to do this. So let's go ahead and make that many planks, turn those into the slabs. Oh, I did twice the amount I was supposed to. Whoops. Oh, well, that's fine. And I don't really know. I'm not going to count it. We'll just do that much wood. Is that enough? More than enough. Okay, so we need 6 of those. Done. Okay, so there's our 6 oak barrels. Quest is now complete. It says begin again. So in the quest here, you can see everything's completed. That's going to give us 1 chance cube and 1 flux infused crook. That way we don't have to make the wooden ones to get our silkworms. And I'll choose this one. Claim it. Done. Okay, so now we got a lot of stuff in our inventory. It's hard to like figure out what we got going on. We should probably start looking at storing stuff. So let's see, we got 28, 32. We'll take these and we'll turn those into just vanilla chests. That's fine. I guess for now we'll do 2 things like this. And I'm just going to start putting blocks in one and everything else that I don't need on me at the moment in the other. We'll figure out a better sorting method for this stuff when the time comes. Yeah, I don't really need these chance cubes. Chance cubes are a thing that can be very, very devastating, at least in Kappa mode. I don't know how they are in the other modes. But I do know that the giant chance cube, you don't want to do that in your base. If you place that down, you pop it open, it seems like about at least half the time, it'll make a thing that'll just pretty much destroy all the blocks in a 128 radius. So pretty much your entire base will be gone. You don't want to do that. So just be aware, chance cubes are fun. You gonna pay the price though. So let's get this stuff off the bar. We don't need materials in you. We got the oak barrels. If it starts to rain, we can collect some water in these things. So we might want to put these out. Something like that, that'll be fine. We can also use those to compost saplings into dirt. So I might want to start doing that as well. So you can just right click saplings in there like so. There's other materials you can put in there, zombie flesh or whatever. Since we have a lot of saplings, it just kind of makes sense that we spend some of those for that purpose. Okay, so we got some dirt cooking up. We're kind of waiting on rain so we can get some more water. Let's go to the quest book and see what else that it says that we should do at this point. Pound the ground is done. Yep, we've already done this. So now mob farm is available. So this wants us to kill 4 creepers, 4 zombies, 4 skeletons, and endermen, and that's it. So those 4 things. We don't have a mob farm set up, so we can't quite do that. Begin again is complete. We claimed the crook and things from this. So the next thing this wants us to do is the sieve. So it wants us to make 1 oak sieve, and to make an oak sieve, let's take a look. The oak sieve is made with 2 silk mesh, which is 9 string each, so we need 18 string, 4 planks, and then 2 sticks. So, wait, what was this? Oh, you can chisel it to the different versions. I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. I don't think I ever saw that before. Okay, so next thing we need to do is we need to get ourselves silkworms to infest leaves to make string. Seems pretty simple. So we'll go ahead and place down sapling, twerk it. There's a tree, I was gonna say a thing. And then we can use our flux infused crook. We can vein mine those leaves, I do believe. And we should be able to get some stuff happening from them. Unfortunately, we didn't that time. Yeah, hopefully we will be able to get some silkworms here pretty quick. I'm pretty sure vein mining works on these for getting that. I'm not seeing it. You know, I honestly don't think I've ever used the flux infused crook. I might need to empower it in order for us to get stuff from this. I don't know. We could try empowering it. Let's try that. Plant it, torque it, grow it. Let's press V, I think is what it said. And let's do this. Well, it goes much faster, but I don't see any silkworms still. I'm gonna keep at this. Hopefully we can get silkworms this way. Let me check it out and we'll be back. Yeah, so it certainly looks like this crook can be used to get silkworms. I ended up getting 2, but I had to grow and cut down like 5 different trees. Finally, a giant tree grew, and we got 2 silkworms. So that got me thinking, you know, we should probably grow giant trees. I think we can kind of force giant trees to grow by doing one of these numbers, and I think you place a torch. Is it 3 or 4 blocks off the ground? I don't know. It's something like that. Maybe we spam some torches on a few of these. So plant a sapling, we're going to twerk, and it's probably going to take longer for this tree to grow. And when it does grow, it should be a giant tree. That's what we're looking for anyway. One of the mega ones got a lot more leaves on it. That's kind of a pathetic looking one, but you can see it's a little abnormal. Anyway, you can vein mine to get the silkworms if they do drop. That one didn't. Bad luck on that one. Yeah, I think we might have to put this up a little bit higher. I don't really know the entire mechanics for this process, but for vein mining leaves and vein mining trees, you want the biggest ones possible. That way it's like the least work involved. Yeah, still not getting the silkworms as much as I think we should, but whatever. So the next thing we need to do, hopefully we can get a giant tree. There we go, perfect. We'll go ahead and do that, and we'll start infesting the leaves with the silkworms. I don't know if that one infested. I think it might be one of those things where you right click. Yeah, I wasn't close enough. So shift right click, there we go. Or I'm sorry, space, jump right click. So that's now infesting. When this one is done, it's gonna spread to the other leaves, and we'll get a bunch of string when this is all said and done, and hopefully a little bit more silkworms. So this is gonna be one of those times where I gotta just wait it out. Yeah, there's nothing else we can really do at this point. As far as getting this to go faster, maybe I can place another one back here and hopefully it'll go a little bit faster that way. So other things that we can do, is there any other quests that we can work on at this point in time? Yeah, done on that one. We're doing the sieve, we're doing the mob farm. Really nothing else we can do. I'd like to do the tinker's tools, but like I said, if we make these things and then we unlock the quest, it's gonna say, hey, you gotta make these things again. Not so good. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and just wait it out. Hopefully it won't take too terribly long for the entire tree to infest, and then we will get some string and make our sieve. Alright guys, well it looks like our tree finally finished infesting. So while I was waiting for this to happen, I've been sitting here shift right clicking the ground, getting more of those stones, turning into cobblestone. We have a decent amount of cobblestone now. Yeah, we're gonna be needing a lot of this stuff for the future. Our next task wants us to make the sieve, right? So we're gonna need material to sieve. So you have to hammer cobblestone into gravel. You can hammer gravel into sand and sand into dust. Yeah, so I wanted to make sure we had a good supply of that, so I think we should be good to vein mine this. Just gonna hold down the grave key and do one of those, and all the string, and should get a lot of silkworms. Looks like we got 39 silkworms. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Now, another thing to be considered, another thing to consider, I should say, is if you get a blood moon and you do that, there's a lot of spawnable space up there, and you could have something bad happen. Yeah, you gotta be careful about that, especially if you do that at nighttime. I don't know if it's a blood moon right now. I guess it is, so that could have been really, really bad. Yeah, don't do that. Not at nighttime. So we got all of the string now, so that is really cool. We needed to make ourselves 2 meshes, which is 18 string. Yeah, we got a little bit more than that now, which is pretty cool. Also, during that last clip, I went ahead and I logged out of the game, and I disabled mouse tweaks. Yeah, mouse tweaks does a lot of things, like when you're trying to drag items like this, you'll end up with a lot in this slot and like 7 in every. It's just really weird. It does things I don't like, and I prefer to play without it. Mouse tweaks is that thing where you can hold down shift and you can drag over these items and they'll all go into the other inventory. So you won't be seeing me do that at all because I don't have that mod installed. So anyway, we got our 2 silk meshes, and what was the rest of the quest that we need to do? Let's go back real quick, and I need to load it up. So yeah, we got the sieve here, and this wants us, okay, oak sieve. I right clicked on it accidentally. So it's 2 silk meshes, 4 planks, 2 sticks. I think we can manage that. We got plenty of stuff going on now. So that much, 2 sticks, 4 planks, 2 meshes, 2 sticks, done. Oak sieve, cool. Okay, so we got that quest done. Let's go back to our quest book here. So that's gonna give us 1 giant chance cube. Like I said, you don't wanna do these. Wait till you get to another dimension. And then I'm just gonna choose one of these random ones, so we'll do that. Okay, cool, so that's done. That has unlocked Sieving Montage 1 and Learning to Tinker. Tinker wants us to make all of these different things. So we have to make a tool station, stencil table, pattern chest, part builder. Yep, all these different ones. That's why I left the vanilla crafting table as it was, because we're gonna have to turn that into the other one. Is this a, oh, it's just a retrieval task. Okay, so this one doesn't matter actually. You could have done these beforehand as long as you have them in your inventory. It's the crafting ones that are the problem. So as long as I have that on my thing, it should say we have completed that part. Maybe I have to detect submit that one. Tool station, stencil table, part builder. Oh, crafting station is not one, it's a tool station. So tool station is a blank pattern plus the crafting station makes this guy. So we need the blank pattern. So that is a lot of sticks and a lot of planks. So I guess we'll put this back down for the time being. Let's just go ahead and turn those all into planks. We'll turn half of those into sticks and we will do this and that. So you only get 2 per craft, which should be enough for what we're trying to do here. You know what? I'm going to have to make another crafting table anyway, so let's just go ahead and get that done now. So there's a crafting table, there's a crafting station, and then we can turn that into the tool station. So that gives us a Tinker's Weaponry book and Materials in You Volume 2 book, which is pretty awesome. Lots of good stuff in there to read. If I detect submit, okay, so now it sees the tool station. That's completed. So now I got to make the rest of these things. So yeah, we need a lot more wood for this stuff. It's like you have to do a plank and a log and a chest with the blank patterns. We'll do 9 of those, 1 chest, 1 of those. Okay, so here's a stencil table, pattern chest. And then whatever the log in this one turns into, part builder. Yeah, okay, so there's all of those different parts. Is there anything else that I'm missing here? Yeah, now it just says those are all complete. I didn't touch anything. It just auto-detected that. Cool. So now this quest is complete, learning to tinker, and we can start working on making some tools. So that's going to give us a chance cube and 1 of these different loot chests. We'll claim it. Done. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Let's put some of this stuff away. I don't need all this string on me. I don't need that sapling or these books. I don't want the chance cube or the giant chance cube on me at all. I don't want to accidentally right click that somewhere. That would be really bad. Okay, so we'll probably look at doing the tinker stuff next time, or I might just make some basic tools between episodes. I'm not sure. Let's open some of our loot chests here. So we got a total of 4 of those. Let's pop this one. So that's going to give us void transfer pipe and a void fluid pipe. That's awesome if we want to delete stuff. This is going to give us some viaducts from, is that thermodynamics? Yeah, thermodynamics. I've never used these things before, but I know you can set them down and like you can transport yourself, your player, through the tubes. It's kind of awesome. So let's do this one here. We get a Titan disc and a jukebox. And then finally, our last one, we get the whole kitchen set. Now this stuff is really, really awesome. I got lots of use out of, I think it was the washing machine. And I think you can do some stuff with the dishwasher. I think you can repair your weapons and tools with this. The washing machine, though, this one's very, very useful. Later on, we're going to be getting a lot of armor, and then armor is going to take damage, and the washing machine will repair our armor. It's really awesome to use. So we'll be looking at that sometime in the future as well. We don't have any need for it at the moment. Yeah, you can see right now, we already laid down these 2 chests, and just on the very first day, we have like inventories full of stuff. It's going to get even crazier than this. This is nothing so far. Oh my goodness. I'm looking forward to playing through this pack again, guys. But we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you guys excited for Kappa Mode? Have you guys played it yourself? What's your favorite part of this mod pack? Or what's your least favorite part? Let me know in the comments down below. But that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.